I'm just waiting for beings to join, whoever would love to join. Otherwise, this will be available on a replay. I shall repeat it for you to watch and catch up. For those of you who are off doing other things, are busy being, that's not a problem at all. In the meantime, I'll just wait maybe 2 or so more minutes, maybe less, to see who joins, and then we'll continue. Hey Numpumelelo, Charity, how are you? I'm just waiting for, let's give it 30 more seconds. I'm going to give it 30 more seconds and then I'll begin. Once again, if you do not catch this live, you'll be able to catch the replay. I'll make it available for y'all. And I believe this is information which should be made free. It should be made available. However, it's not available. Some of us, such as myself, beings all over the planet, all over the world, have been going within, okay? Going within to find not just everlasting health, longevity, vitality, inner energy from within out, creative energy, inspiration, and just doing things which make us feel more and more alive. Okay? So without further ado, I'd love to kick this off with a deep breath in, and then a hold, and then an exhale out. When you exhale, you're exhaling all of the negativity within you, and then we may begin the session. All right? On my count, it is a 3 breath in, a 6 breath hold, and a 9 count out. Okay? With me now. Hoot, holler, stretch, release it out, okay? Breathe, breath. It's first order of the day before we begin. Otherwise, I'm sure if you've popped in, hello Sakimaz Beauty, thank you for joining. Step into your power. Auto stem cell therapy. Auto meaning automatically by yourself without any external factors, and stem cells, we all know what those are, and therapy meaning therapeutic, a healing modality. Okay, so first and foremost, to kick off, I'm going to touch on this energy that we're experiencing. First and foremost, November's powerful. November's absolutely strong with the energy because of the fact that the astrological bodies are enticing all of us to go within. even more so. What is your intention in everyday life? What is your purpose? What are your passions? Are you playing within everything you're doing? Meaning, are you having fun? Are you blissed? Okay? Are you experiencing abundance? Are you mastering within self and cultivating abundance? Okay? So this full lunar eclipse in Taurus is the first of the eclipse seasons for this year. And what's happening is this is a portal of energy where you're able to go within yourself with all of these tools which are available to all of us. All right? And with these tools, you're able to heal yourself, you're able to cleanse, you're able to detox. And especially, you know, I'm an advocate for mental health awareness. That is one of the biggest things you can actually do for thyself, is to fix the mind. Okay? We all were born into bondage, and we were all born into pre-choices. All right? But now this age that we are in, that we have moved into, means that you should be sovereign, means that you should be completely free, means that you should take responsibility, okay, of everything that's around you, that surrounds you, and that energy that you push. All right? It's full accountability now. It's full ownership, because you own the ship. You feel me? Okay? And so what to expect this lunar eclipse in Taurus is an unveiling of deep secrets. I have a few notes, so I'm just going to be referring to my notes. So an unveiling of deep truths. That's within the collective. Also within ourselves, especially within ourselves, because everything will circle back to self. Everything is cyclical. Life is cyclical. You are cyclical, beloved. Okay? And until you get out of that circle, you are in a rut, because you come back to point where you began. And this is evident in a lot of the things which we go through in our own individual lives. Scenarios, situations, people, manifesting things, manifesting abundance. The reason why it doesn't click is because we're doing the same thing, expecting different result. That means you're insane. That means you're cooked. Okay? So once again, we're taking ownership of the fact that I have been walking in a circle, and now I am coming back to self with the assistance of this energy, because you will feel it, whether you are an empath, whether you are spiritual, whether or not. There's something brewing. That's the general consensus, okay? And what I'm here to just enlighten you of and give you a perspective of is that what that means is that you are not where you require to be, or your higher self, your spark, your soul spark. You're not where you are supposed to be, okay? The contract you made with yourself when you incarnated on this plane, you are not fulfilling, all right? These are metaphysical teachings and metaphysical sort of energy wavelengths you can tap into, because once again, we're all here to experience, live, let live in freedom, sovereignty, and in love. Unconditional love, okay? Another thing to look out for is expect the unexpected, all right? Now, this is eclipse season. In December, there'll be a solar eclipse. So, starting pretty much, you know, the 11/11 portal, okay, for November, pushing straight through these eclipses, as I'm saying, eclipse season, and then the energy will still be available for about 2 or 3, maybe 2-3 months lingering. But in that day, you're able to complete and set goals which are in accordance with a new. What is it that's brand new as well, with this new energy for your future to be autonomous, to be sovereign, to be fully free? What do you require? Do you have to quit that job and do things yourself? Do you have to step out of that relationship? Do you have to quit that habit? Do you need assistance with quitting those habits? Okay? So with all of this, it pertains to each individual. All right? So this is not a one basket fits all. It will be attained according to and who you are and what it is and where you are. Okay? So it's a holistic sort of reading, which this is. However, depending on where you are, you can then take out whatever beans, little seeds, okay, and therefore utilize them for your own self-development. All right? Expect changes in your wealth and financials for the positive, provided that you keep a higher vibration. All right? Things will also shake. A lot of things are going to be changing and shifting. The landscape of a lot of what's happening in terms of the way we thought life was is breaking down. It's breaking down to the point where old modalities or redundant things will just not click and not work because the energy is not for this new earth. Okay? It's quite powerful. In fact, it's very powerful once you become conscious. Okay? The more conscious you become, beloveds, the easier it is to be aware, self-aware first, and then the energy will definitely direct you, okay? Because think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, and you will never go wrong. That ties into your feelings, your emotions, and we'll tap into that a bit later in this live over here, okay? So when it comes to food supply, agriculture, simple things, those are going to be challenged. The way we live is going to be challenged. Once again, this is the general energy and the astrological bodies which are pushing for certain things to unfold as they do. And while they're unfolding, where are you in this chaos? Do you house fear? Okay? Fake evidence appearing real? Or you call it false or fake? Either way. Think about this in terms of what's going on. Okay? Or do you forget everything and run? Or do you step up, step in to your own power consciously and face everything and rise? That sounds much better to me. I'm just seeing a lot of pictures right now, a lot of pictures of people, beings just confused on where to begin. If you're looking at the future from a perspective of where you are in the now, you're then able to create. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are depressed, you are living through the past. So you cannot 0 point and gain the presence from the present. Okay? 0 point of creation is the present. That's where we receive the gifts of life. Alright? It seems so simple, yet it's difficult. It's mission impossible for majority of us because of the fact that we have no self-belief. Okay, in my first book being released 05/05/2022, The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1, self-belief was my parachute on my ascension, shadow work in the dark night of the soul, okay, which is powerful. Faith is also powerful, but faith and self-belief, that breeds a lot more higher power, higher energetics within. Courage, freedom, sovereignty. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Unconditional love. Okay? These are all feelings which we will not understand unless we've been in a place of darkness. Alright? So these eclipses that are happening, starting with the lunar eclipse, are going to be very powerful in that they're going to illuminate. They're going to show paths. They're going to allow for However, it's up to you, me, us, we, the sovereign beings that we are, the creative beings that we are, okay, to step in and receive that abundance which is yours, which is ours. It is a birthright, okay? We should not be suffering at all. However, this is going to become more evident as we move into the fifth dimensional new earth reality. Because first it's the switch in consciousness until it becomes made manifest into the physical plane. Okay? Now moving on. Intermittent fasting. I've been engaging with a lot of beings speaking about, yo Lex, please assist us with maybe an intermittent regime which you kicked off with, okay? Or one which you recommend. For me, intermittent fasting is how I started, okay? Intermittent fasting is very powerful. Hey Kim. And what intermittent fasting does is it starts to switch off the mechanisms which you are accustomed to switching on when you always have your engine running, meaning your guts, your stomach. Your guts are connected, are interconnected, intraconnected as a very intricate network, okay? This is a network called the gut brain, right? Now, the majority of us are always saturating our bellies to the point of, because your stomach is only as big as your fist, to be honest. Anything extra, you're either Mr. Olympia or you over consuming. Overconsumption leads to gluttony, leads to, okay? And it switches the psyche into lack mode, all right? If you would love to be in abundance mode, what are you able to let go of and be full? It's great paradoxes. Everywhere you will find a great paradox, okay? Great paradoxes are what this matrix is built off. It's the energy, it's yin yang, it's a receiving and giving, all right? And once you understand that, you're able to receive and give within yourself first and then out. You then create consciously. You then heal. You then create with energy. You then tend to need to sleep less. Okay, you move away from toxicity. You move away from harming foods. Okay, the morning is the best time to detox. So when you're intermittent fasting, I would suggest kick off with the last meal you had previously. Okay, so say for example, your last meal is 8 p.m. All right, you finish that meal and then push for between 12 and 16 hours. And you're only eating in the noon. So for example, you eat at 8 or you finish eating at 8. You'll go from 8 to 8, that's 12 hours. You add 4 more, that is 16, right? My maths is a bit, because I'm somewhere else. Anyway, stay with me. So then what you've done is when the body naturally is meant to be excreting, cleaning, because once again, there's a mucus buildup. And when it becomes hard, it becomes calcified, similar to your teeth. When you have those plaque calcifications, when you go and they take that out, it started off as mucus, started off as pus, that's mucus. But it starts to deposit in places like your joints, hence arthritis, okay? Hence aging under your skin, your hair follicles, hormones switch off, okay? So in the morning, things such as starting off with warm water with a dash of lime in there with Himalayan salt. Wow. You already now starting to switch on mechanisms that start to de-cleanse, believe it or not. But with conscious consistency, you can reverse dis-ease. Okay? It's not rocket science. It's not even science. You are an abundant being. You have everything within you to be fully healthy, to be fully sovereign and fully free. It depends on whether you are able to step out of your own way or not. Okay? It's very powerful stuff, right? So I would suggest kicking off with, maybe do it 5 days in the week, and then on the weekend go back to your routine if you're kicking off and you're really terrified. It's not about entering this with fear, okay? As I said to you, don't let the fear freeze you into submission or going back to redundancy or staying in a rut, right? Spiral up, evolve, okay? Elevate. Let's ascend. We are ascending. However, you need to ascend within first, within out first. Then you'll be able to witness all the beauty. I mean, you can shift your own perspective of your own life just with intermittent fasting, from your relationship with food, your consumption, therefore also your hormones in your body, your energy levels, what you use as fuel, okay? Because when we're consuming so much, we rely on glucose. We rely on the furnace, the guts, to create the juices, etc., and then excrete or extract from there. But when we're extracting from the foods, we're taking away from ourselves. It's a balance that happens when these walls and these membranes are permeated with nutrition, okay? And hence why chemicals are, because they interrupt a natural flow. You're no longer flowing, you waiting for something else to kickstart whatever it is, your healing, your anti-aging, your own stem cell, auto stem cell therapy, okay, which I'm going to get into towards the end, all right? So I would suggest between 12 and 16 hour split. I think I believe a 16-8 split would be optimal to kick off with. And then from there, you'll be able to start to reap the rewards, see benefits consistently for about 3 to 6 months. Also, breaking your fast with water, and then, preferably also starting to wane off certain foods, but that goes a bit more deeper. Once again, the cleaner you are naturally, you'll begin to not crave, because that means you're lacking. You begin to recognize the vessel, what it's asking you for nutrition of a certain manner, okay? Manna, some light food, raw fruits, nuts, seeds, veggies. I'll be transitioning out of cooked food from 2020, so this is my final year in my entire life that I'll be eating cooked food, because I have ascended to the point where certain things make me feel ill, certain things regress me. Once you've cleared to a certain point, it's very difficult. And also, once you start on this path of ascension, it's difficult to do the same shit you used to do. Believe me, ask anyone who has changed or shifted in the last 2-3 years since you last saw them. It's very difficult to go back to the same, because you're just not energetically that, especially not materially. You're definitely different, okay? We're meant to evolve, all right? Now, just briefly, the fasting methods for this month are online. They're available, okay? We have the 36-hour water-only full moon fast, as well as the 72-hour water-only full moon fast, okay? And these fasts are different in hours, because one is half. For those of you who, I won't say are scared, are fearful, I would say for those of you who want to test the waters, okay? Those of you who still believe that fasting is maybe not for you. For those of you who perhaps believe that, you'd rather just stick to the old world, maybe buy some chemicals, that's all up to you. Once again, it's your choice, right? So those two are different in time, okay? But however, the method is similar. What else I can tell you about those two is, I would suggest, if you're not afraid, to just dive straight into the 72, to be honest. You will thank yourself later. believe me, it's a powerful modality, beloveds. It's a place. It takes you to a place where you're utilizing all of the energy, especially the celestial bodies, etc., to give yourself healing, to ascend yourself, to be more sovereign, to be more free, and to be auto, meaning you are automatic, you are on tap, your energy, all of that, and it's available to you. You just need to make the choice, okay? And then what we do have next is my this is a beautiful one. We've already had some beautiful results with this one. It's my 12-day liquids only homeostasis fast, and that one's also available, as well as a brand new offering, which is my guided one-on-one Orin plasma therapy fast. Okay, for those of you who don't know Orin plasma therapy, please comment, please ask, please engage, and also head over to Lex's liquid, I changed the name, Lex's liquid fast methods. Beautiful, because now it's methods, not just one. It's not just the 72. Okay, and I'm proud of that. I'm always grateful, in gratitude, and it's only the beginning. We've only just started, beloved. What I also wanted to explain is the fact that I'll be launching my Lex's Healing Herbs, and the herbs that I'm going to be, kicking off with, which will be available. Let me just get this quickly. Will be things such as there we go. Things such as Irish sea moss. That's a beautiful one. So if you're looking for Irish sea moss, please look out for what I'll be offering. I'll also be making ready-made gels, all sorts, just a range around sea moss. If you don't know what that is, it has 92. It's an algae from the sea, grown in either warm tropical sort of oceans, or also cold Atlantic. All right. What this is it has 92 minerals, not amino acids, minerals of the 102 total minerals which the body requires to be functional, be living, be here. Okay, which is a beautiful thing. There's so many benefits, but they'll be outlined. All right. Bladderwrack will be available. Elderberries. I'm also going to be doing elderberry syrups, etc. I'll be alchemizing all of this, and homemade, okay, with beautiful infused energy. All right, from yours truly. Moringa. All right. I've been getting a lot of questions about the powder, as well as teas, moringa teas. Those will be made available for purchase, as well as spirulina. All right. I'm also looking for different types of roots, ginsengs. But first and foremost, I believe I'll be kicking off with ashwagandha, maca, which is Peruvian root, also dandelion root. Here's some of the roots: burdock root, yellow dock root, ginger root, powders, tinctures, all sorts, just all health, healing with herbs. I'll also have eventually some cannabis, some hemp products, things to allow you to be sovereign, and then we will take that thing from there, which is another exciting part of my creations. And yeah, beautiful time to be alive. Right, moving on swiftly. This age of Aquarius, okay? The age of Aquarius has a significance of us having to balance our internal liquids and become more fluid, because this is tied into our emotions, okay? The water element is tied to emotions. It's all love. Okay, the water element is tied to emotions in the metaphysical realm. All right. Emotions are tied to states of mind. All right. Your state of mind will determine your frequency and vibration. Okay. Your state of mind is not just from up here. Well, not the physical brain, your state of mind, your assimilation of everything. All right. You also have this gut mind, which is filled with consumption of preservatives, cooked food, meat, whatever the case may be. All right. And there's mucus. There's been a mucus build up. All right. And this mucus has been building up without being cleansed, cleared, or even maintained, you know? And so over time, you switch off that connection. Gut brain, okay? Heart brain, and then mind gut. Gut feeling, you see? And then now if your waters within are stagnated, they begin to rot, they begin to fester, they become insidious. Okay? This is the symbolism. However, it is metaphysical, therefore it is physical and spiritual at the same time. Yes? Alright? The importance of getting out of our own ways is astronomical. Remember, beloved, I'm just a spark to ignite your own journey. Go. Okay? We only meet at nexus points to fulfill contracts, to create, co-create, get things done, and have a great time. Okay? Also not damaging each other with half empty cups, half full cups, the whole time. Okay? And what this does, once cleared, is it allows fluidity. It allows a forward flowing motion. Think Victoria Falls, the waterfalls. It's blocked up there. Eventually, some does get out. But it gets out where it's not supposed to. Or it expresses itself where it's not supposed to. Meaning the energy of the waters. Okay? And then they build up, they stagnate, or they add on, become insidious. All of these negative vibrations. Negative vibratory spells, right? And in that there, what happens is you build mental blocks, limiting beliefs, you build fears, irrational fears. Well, there aren't any rational fears because fear is an illusion, danger is real, okay? Let me say that again. Fear is an illusion, danger is real, it's physically available. Fear is it's the feeling. So you can either have that non-existent by delving within, meeting your shadow self, and having a out-of-body experience, a near-death experience. It's called dying before you die. Ego death. Okay? And this is exactly what this time is about. Kill that ego dead where it stands. You do not need it. You do not require it. If you are trying to or attempting to ascend into becoming a transceiver, a true conscious transceiver of information like codes, this is receiving and gifting, your water should run smooth. There should be no blockages, no hindrances, especially not yourself. Absolutely powerful. Okay? Once we relieve ourselves of this shadow distortion within the matrix, we're then able to transcend. into higher realms of consciousness, of perception. And therefore we're able to create, co-create from a place of abundance, from a place of inner knowing that all is within us all, and I am the space which has created space for more space within time space. Okay? Absolutely powerful things. And one of these messages I wrote here, which pertains to this, what I'm speaking about now, is that these are quotes. Please bear with me, all right? In this form, we are beings that are finite expressions of infinity. For just like a tree, we are not labels, nor are we words. Let me give you another one. By identifying with one portion of infinity, we create a division between the self and the ego, aka between the observer and the observed. That's powerful. Okay? I'll let that sink in. All right? I'll let that sink in for a little bit. And in closing now, we're going to be talking about auto stem cell therapy, and how stepping into your power actually switches these modalities on, or this modality on rather, okay? And what this is once you've reached a certain level of clarity, okay, your innards are cleansed to a certain degree, certain point. You will understand this by the way your vessel reacts to when you put food here, smells, tastes, your relationship with food, your relationship with yourself, your own image, your limiting beliefs or lack thereof, your all of these negative energies which are within these blockages, okay? Once they begin to lift, once you become lighter, you then are naturally letting in more light. Stay with me now. One of the main hormones is magnesium within the body. If you look to what a magnesium deficiency is linked to, you'll be astonished. Okay? Especially when it comes to functioning of a healthy functioning holistic human. Okay? Magnesium is literally light energy. There's all of these minerals which in my teachings, and also if you guys inquire, if you love this mentorship, I have these packages available. That's another thing. I have these mentorship services packages available whereby we have one-on-one sessions. I give you complete resources, links, and also practical with alchemy, all sorts. It's a fun time. I have some beautiful sort of workshops. You can check that out in my links. I'll leave them also in the description for you to check out. And also, comment for anything that you might want me to touch back on, or whatever the case may be, please comment. So now, going back to these hormones, especially magnesium, amongst others, okay? Once we are allowing space within, especially giving ourselves space, switching off the engine, conscious consistency, all right? Beautiful. And you switch to utilizing another mode of energy. People call it ketogenesis. Beings call it ketosis. There's a lot more to unpack there. However, that's how it begins. Therefore, you don't no longer receive the glucose drop. That's why beings in the morning are struggled with not eating breakfast in the morning. Because remember, breakfast is just breaking your fast. It can be any time. Don't let the spelling or the spell of words gas you. Okay, that's another thing. Be mindful always of words, spoken word. The English language is very treacherous if you do not know. Okay? So basically, with these hormones, you begin to also produce things anti-aging, autophagy, which is self-eating. You produce white blood cells, all types, from the B T blood cells to this and the other. Once again, I'll outline all of this. Also, if you'd love some links and some actual reading and research work to do, please ask, and I'll be happy to gift and just share with you. All right. Otherwise, with the specific teachings and mentorship, that is a separate sort of modality in itself. All right. However, the anti-aging comes from stem cells, and these are pretty much cells which are free to do anything. Also, when you start to dive into urine therapy, okay, amniotic fluids, okay, if you look at it that way, okay, urine therapy, right? It's something which has been practiced in Africa, different tribes, also Ayurveda, in India, parts of India, Asia, South America, indigenous peoples of all over the world, okay? Because it is your own waters. So there's a lot of luminosity there as well. There's also a lot of everything, pretty much everything. And in there is also stem cells. However, when you begin to understand and consistently fast within reason, and also your refeed, what are you now introducing to allow these new hormones, or dormant rather hormones, to be switched on, and then for you to then utilize them and ascend your vessel? You physically begin to change. Okay? Miraculous things begin to happen. All right? Fountain of youth, right? This is where the power of auto stem cell therapy lies. And I'm here to let you know that you do not have to be a millionaire. You do not need a wonder magic something pill. You just require yourself. All right? And with that being said, I would love to leave you with one more beautiful quote of my beautiful first book, my first offering to the world, which is The Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. This is attuning your vessel, mind, spirit, okay, in order to be, in order to become, in order to know thyself inside first and then without. All right? I'm just looking for this quote. 2 seconds, and I'm going to leave you with this. And otherwise, if you do have questions, I'm super excited to engage. With those of you who are perhaps skepticals, I love skepticals. For those of you who would love to just engage, 2022 is around the corner. What are you doing? What have you done for yourself, truly, beloved? To step out of the blame game, shame, guilt, has been, was been. Start stepping into the what ifs, but then even better, step into the now, the present. Present yourself for gifts to be received. What? Are you kidding me? It's available, okay? It is available to us all. However, you must make the conscious choice to be and become. Right, beloved? One more time. I love you unconditionally. I am Lex. This has been another beautiful live. If you catch this afterwards, please show love. I'm sending you love. High key energy always. Okay? From a faster. Alright, my body is good. Don't worry about things such as losing weight. Move your perception away from the negative. I get a lot of these questions. And so I really want to squash this and nip it in the bud. When you believe, think, speak negativity or blockages or limiting beliefs, they become manifest in your reality. Okay? Please be mindful. Only you can save you, beloved. Being in the matrix is being in matter. If you flip the M, it is now W. Henceforth, to escape the matrix, be water, be liquid, and consume of only thy golden plasma elixir. Please, remain blissed.